So, with the advent of technology, there have been some dramatic transformations in the publishing world over the years. As self publishing made publishing accessible to anyone and everyone, um, traditional publishing had to kind of make some changes to the way they do business. The way things used to be was that if you ever wanted to get something published, your only option was to find a literary agent and for them to sell it to a traditional publishing house. Now, the traditional publishing houses were pretty much gatekeepers. They got to choose what got published and what didn't get published. And a lot of times, what happened was, I would say some of the underrepresented voices sometimes got overlooked. The traditional publishing house got to pick what was popular at the time. Now I think they've kind of come full circle based on niche genres created by the self-publishing industry. I think that the traditional publishers have decided now they are oversaturating the market with the underserved population and incorporating it into about everything that's published nowadays, and to the point where in some instances, if it's not done properly, it looks like you're just pandering at this point. So there have been a lot of changes, and I think, honestly, I think the traditional publishing industry is in its death throes. I don't know how much power they're going to continue to hold over publishing. Of course, there's always going to be, your big James Pattersons, your Stephen Kings, etc. And they're always going to have a place there, but they can no longer control what the market consumes due to self-publishing. So it'll be interesting to kind of see how this evolves over time, but it's definitely something to keep an eye out for. And monitoring these trends can help you as a self-published author identify areas that you can excel at. You find the holes that traditional publishing is not fulfilling, and you can find a way to maximize your growth. So with the indie publishing, obviously you're empowering the authors to have control of everything, and that is in part, or actually mostly, due to digital technology and the advancements in technology and the creation of these platforms where you can self-publish. So you can have diverse backgrounds and genres and find your audience and find your little spot to thrive. We've talked many, many times before about the challenges that are faced by independent authors. It is not all rainbows and butterflies over here. It's a lot of really hard work and a lot of struggling for your visibility, your distribution, competition. There are technology hurdles. You have to learn how to do your formatting. You have to learn how to manage these platforms. There's a lot of work and research that goes into independent publishing. Now, with that being said, you do have, like I said, the opportunity to find some trends and some niche genres that can help you with your visibility and your distribution. And so that's worthy to keep an eye on where the publishing industry is headed. And then, we will kind of do a little bit on some self-publishing success stories. There are people who have had incredible success with self-publishing. There are even people who have self-published and then traditional publishing houses have picked them up from there. There are many different ways to do it. So there is no cookie cutter way to go from self-publishing, for self-publishing success. And I know that there are a lot of books or seminars or things that people are going to tell you how to get there fast. They're going to tell you how to get a bestseller. They're going to tell you they have the formula to make you successful. And the fact of the matter is that they don't, because it's different for everybody. And it depends on the material, and the market and what people are looking for. And if you're marketing it in the right spot. And some of those books or blogs can maybe help you identify some of those things, but they can't give you a surefire blueprint to go from zero to hero in, 60 seconds flat. And anybody who's telling you that they can't is full of shit. Just remember, there's not one way to pave your way to success. And I'm very cautious of these, be a bestseller books or whatnot. 9 times out of 10, go check out that author, search them on Amazon to see what books they've published. I guarantee you 9 times out of 10, the only book they've published is the book on how to become a best-selling author, and they've published nothing else. So how can you be an expert on being a bestseller if you've never been a bestseller? So that boggles my mind that people fall for that and that they buy it. Again, it could be used as a resource. It can give you ideas, but if you think that's going to be the get-rich-quick scheme, you're going to be very disappointed with it. So just be cautious where you get your information from. And I don't care who tells you, you're going to get success or automatic success, anybody that promises you anything. There are no promises in this world, unless you are going to walk over, shards of glass to get there. It's a lot of work. And there is no magic path to success. So do keep that in mind.